So everyone is pretty much exhausted, and I mean, if we're tired in the audience, you can only imagine. You can only imagine, Brendan, how tired these guys are. It really is unbelievable effort that these French warriors and these American battlers, they're giving their lives, they're giving their souls. It's awesome. Can I remind you, it will be an amazing spectacle. The closing ceremony is scheduled for 5 o'clock, 5 p.m. for the closing ceremony, and then it's a mass brawl in the main arena. It's all v all, where every single fighter gets in and fights to the last man standing. Scone Palace, it has been an amazing day so far. And we are witnessing our next fight in the 16 v 16. Put your hands together for Team Ukraine! Ukraine! And they are going up against Brendan, Team France!
It's another battle of blue and yellow. Yep. We've said it before, Ukraine had huge trouble getting here. They had visa issues and the border issues, and their van broke down and exploded, and there was a dinosaur and all this stuff happened to them. So to be here at all, half their fighters couldn't make it, but they're still here for a fight, putting every fighter they have out onto the fields.
We performed really well in every event, sir. So
we have
both
been
male and female.
We have been giving out the war cry. For the French, we say "Mon joie! Mon joie! Mon joie!" And Ukraine, we say good luck. Let's have a big cheer for our Ukrainian brothers. Say well done and good luck, Ukraine! You got to really take your time and look at the size of some of these guys, because some of them are truly monumentally huge. The size of him. The size of him.
Yeah, size isn't everything in this, but
sometimes it is.
Try to remember that when one of those big guys is laying blows into the side of your head.
And squash you into the sand.
Here we go. Now, how many have we got in the Ukrainian team? We got 16?
Ukrainian is a little bit light on numbers.
I count 12 on the Ukraine side. They got all their fighters in.
And
they're not going to go easy.
That is the choice of the team. Sometimes they're going to decide to keep 16 in if there are smaller numbers. And Brendan, Chris, how confusing that must be, because it's the exact same colours.
Yes.
I can't keep track of it up here.
I don't really know what's going to...
I don't think they can do it down there.
I mean, you have the potential of just cracking one of your teammates.
Well, the important thing to remember is once you start hitting someone with a weapon, whether they were your friend before, they're going to be your enemy now once you start hitting them, so it all evens out. I say everyone's still up on their feet.
No one down.
As of yet. Pretty impressive.
Oh,
we've got one there. Ukraine, I think.
Yep, Ukrainian down.
Ukraine and French down in the middle there.
We're still pretty close.
Tough one to call, so kind of...
Oh, we get a Frenchman down. We get one French, one Ukrainian on the ground.
Oh, another Frenchman down. Ukrainian holding their own. I think they...
another Frenchman, Chris. Another Frenchman in the corner. Oh! What a dig. What a dig. Oh!
Still a lot of bodies up on both sides. The French have formed a big block to my right. A lot of pole arms coming in, they're marching forward, raining down blows.
French using some of the bodies on the ground there as
it's down.
to maybe push someone over.
We got
The
a
Ukrainian down. Lots of little individual skirmishes going on.
Keep an eye on this Ukrainian with the red and black scarf around his head. He's the world champion in the sword and shield. His name is Vasily, and he is incredible. Wait till you see him.
Here we go.
I count, I think 6 French,
Look at him, here he
3
comes.
Ukrainian,
Oh, there we go.
5
Nice
French,
sneaky
3
punch.
Ukrainian,
Here he goes again.
4 French, 3 Ukrainians.
That's why,
He's
Chris,
just knocking them
that's
down.
why he is a world champion. He took out 2 guys there, Chris, in about 3 seconds.
So he ran around the entire list to get sort of blindside on people. And he's still going. There's a slight pause there. And then he counted if he was up, if he wasn't.
Oh, he's taking
He put
another.
another one down and he stayed up.
I mean, he's just like he's like a walking. Look at that.
Ukraine have the advantage, 2-on-1.
Brendan,
That is amazing. He's taken in half the French team.
Brendan, have you seen a better individual performance than that?
Very rarely. That is
Oh,
impressive.
he
I
got
think
it.
the other one, he finished them off.
5! Brendan, he took out 5 guys!
MVP.
He took out 5 guys!
I think
Did
that
you see
man's earned a drink after this is over.
That guy is a superhero! Did you see that?
I told you those Ukrainians had a tough time getting here. They are here for a fight.
That was unbelievable.
Just the amount of the list that he covered. He was at the top here and he did a full lap just to sneak up on someone.
And Chris, he's not even that big a guy.
It's I think just the power that he gets into some of those blows and just coming from that sort of blindside spot. He's got his timing so perfect.
It's all about the angles and the timing.
And I suppose we got to remember he is a world champion. He won the Swords and Shields World Championships yesterday. Vasily, he took out 5 Frenchmen in a row. That was incredible.
So after that magnificent performance, I think the French might be, I don't know, are they going to target him?
Am I right in
Pin him
saying,
down if they can catch him?
If I was a Frenchman on that field, I'd be...
Brendan, am I right in saying the French had 16 and the Ukrainians started with 12?
What the French did, which was well within their rights, they had 3 or 4 Frenchmen leaning up against the rails at the start, and 1 went in every time a Frenchman was down, so they evened up the numbers, but they kept a bit of an advantage, which, as we say, well within their rights.
Absolutely.
They can start with the full 16 on the field if they want.
And you got to remember, the French also have an incredible battler, the French Ninja.
Now there's fantastic fighters on both sides and across all the 16 teams. There's some amazing warriors out there.
There
Some of
really
these
is.
guys have been fighting since Thursday, some of them. So, 12 hours a day, every day, walking around in that heavy armour.
And not only do you have to be supremely fit, your armour has to work really well for you, and any repairs have to be done to it. Rivets pop, stitching tears, buckles rip.
Here we go. Round 2.
And they're closing in on each other. Heavy pole arm work coming from Ukraine on the right hand side for me.
And you got to remember,
Left-hand side, we've
Brendan,
got a big Frenchman just leaning up against the list.
you got to remember, Chris, the Ukrainians are the current world champions
Yeah.
at 16v16.
Right now it's 16 against 11 of 12. The French guy's not holding back this time.
Yeah, there were no reserves on the rail this time. They're giving it their all. They know how tough this Ukrainian team are. Vasily's still up.
It's still there.
I don't think he's going to be given any room to work. They're trying to close him down.
They're going
Not an
for
easy
him.
man to stop, though.
They're going for him.
He's got away from 2 of them.
They've identified him as a real
Oh, and
problem.
another one he's got away, so now he's on his sniper mission of just running around picking guys off.
He is totally in about it. He's everywhere.
Is he still up on that list down there, Greg? Just,
I think he's down.
oh,
I think he is. I think he's down.
I'm starting to see more French bodies than Ukrainian.
There's a guy just getting pummeled in the face just down the bottom there.
They are making them. No, he's down. He's down. The French are really making their advantage count now.
I think there's 2 Ukrainians still up, no 3.
Yeah, so there's
They're in
2
there.
Frenchmen and 1 Ukrainian with both those little pods down the bottom.
It's only when you get really close you can actually smell the metal. You can smell it.
When you get up close, when there's a big hit, you'll smell that kind of cordite-y smell of metal on metal and sparks flying.
Oh,
And when you're in a fight, in the helmet, and you smell that, you know you've taken a good hit.
oh, look at the big French boy in the corner. He's just thundering in shots. He's just taking his time, overseeing it. Look, he's just waiting for his moment. He's jumping on them. Look.
The French just lining up to smash Ukrainians in the face.
And that's it.
That's it.
A little bit of payback there from France.
A good number of French bodies still up. 1 Ukrainian left standing as they stop the fight. So we're going into round 2. Round 3, sorry, we've got 1 round each.
Just trying to check out exactly what's happening here, Brendan. Remember these marshals, when it gets to 16 v 16, Brendan, it is very, very difficult.
Especially with the uniforms being really similar there.
I think it must have been a situation where marshals thought there was only 1 Ukrainian left standing, but there was 2.
It looks like... See, that's the difficulty with the colour of the costumes, Brendan, yeah?
Yeah, it makes it much harder for them to figure out who's who.
So there's definitely Ukraine down the bottom right there that's up, and then in the left corner they're just trying to decide.
It's pretty much the only thing that's separating them.
So what have we got? 5 French, 2 Ukrainian.
And the Ukrainian going straight in using the advantage, trying to come in quick. And he's down. And that's the fight.
Stop the fight.
So now we're going to start moving towards round 3.
Brendan, you know, it is very, very difficult because the only thing that's really separating the back of the costumes is the fleur-de-lis.
Yeah, and sometimes if people are piling on top of each other, all you see is a little bit of blue sticking out. They're very hard to discern who's who. Maybe we should start putting names on the back or numbers.
Home and away strips.
Not a bad idea. And as Dale mentioned earlier, and 2 of the American teams met in the first IMCF World Championships in Belmonte. Got very confusing. On one side, had to take off their surcoats, so one was wearing the star-spangled surcoat, and the others just went without. Except 1 or 2 of the guys without surcoats had star-spangled armour underneath anyway. It's still pretty hard to tell who was who.
It's not like you can go skins against armour.
No, it doesn't.
No.
Just you don't want to be on the skin side in that fight.
Don't forget, we are scheduled to have the closing ceremony at 5 o'clock, so hopefully you'll be able to stay with us and enjoy the closing ceremony. And then after the closing ceremony, we have an all-v-all competition, which is really, it's a mass free-for-all. It's just proper crazy in the arena, and that'll be after the closing ceremony. So I suppose just to tell the spectators, Brendan, right now it's just really about making sure that the French weaponry and armoury is completely and utterly safe.
Yeah, I mean, we're very careful about it, even in the duels. But when it comes to the group fights, and when it gets to those big group fights, it gets more and more dangerous. So they check the chin strap, make sure the helmet isn't going to come off. They check the back of the neck, make sure there's no gaps in the armour between the the head protection and the shoulder protection. They'll run down the spine, make sure that's all covered up. If they see any loose straps, I'll get them sorted out. As we've said before, armour is really, really good for keeping you safe until something goes wrong. Most of the injuries happen when the armour goes wrong.
Kind of like getting your boots and stuff checked before you go onto the pitch. Or the rugby, you used to line up, the referee check your studs, make sure they're all legal. But this is honestly a lot more to check.
And they'll do the same, they'll check the weapons, make sure all the weapons are up to standard and have been already passed by the marshals. Nothing illegal or anything that hasn't been passed isn't being smuggled onto the field or taken on accidentally, more than likely.
So the French guys get really wound up here.
Who ever heard of a passionate Frenchman?
Yeah.
Do you know what? Let's not pretend this does not hurt these guys, because it does. It proper hurts, and I think we really need to give both teams another big cheer. Come on, for France and Ukraine, give them a cheer! Oof.
Here we go. Round 3.
Here we go.
Both blocks moving in and starting to engage.
Oof.
Poland can put to use by the Ukrainians. Both sides looking for an opening. If they can get fighters down into the backfield, they can start knocking down bodies.
Here we go. One of the Ukraine just chopping away there.
I see one on each side down on my right side.
And look at Vasily just waiting at the back there, Brendan. Chris, look at Vasily, just waiting to strike.
He's managed to kind of just stay out of it this time. The French haven't really targeted him as much as they did in that last round. So he's just waiting for his moment. He's pretty good at assessing the situation.
I tell you what, those marshals really, how they manage to stay safe, Brendan, is incredible.
Situational awareness.
Good turnaround there from the Frenchman.
Good block from the Ukrainians. They had the French runner coming in, but they managed to hold him off.
Look at Vasily, he's right in there.
Vasily's getting in amongst it now.
And the Ukrainian stays up from that as well.
There he goes.
Frenchman stays up. You don't want to let him use that big bill, that pole arm.
So Vasily just sneaking around again.
Look at the big Ukrainian.
Oh, we got the French ninja against Vasily, is that?
It could be.
Take that.
Take that, how about that, brother?
I see fists and knees and heads and everything being used as weapons.
I mean,
up on the right hand or left hand side.
Yeah. Brendan, this world champion, he has got incredible speed.
And stamina, like to be able to do this at least 2 days in a row.
I mean, it's almost like they're boxing. I mean, they're boxing each other as well.
Yeah.
They're just going for it, so the lungs must be on fire. Just the amount of energy it takes to do these things. We've got a nice little skirmish in the top here.
Come on, let's get behind these fighters. Give them a cheer, give them some encouragement.
We've got Frenchmen just down the bottom of the list, just squashing one of the Ukrainians in, waiting for a bit of support.
And the Ukrainians got that support now, and the man with the pole arm is now out of the grapple and free to start swinging.
They're almost watching. Look, he's breaking free.
Yeah.
He's very close.
It's a nice little individual battle going on at the top here.
There's a battle of two Jedi out in the field here.
Oh, is he going to get
a French ninja?
He's helping him. He's going to help him.
Here we go.
He's going to help him, Brendan.
It's down.
That's a good takedown. Worked great together.
That was an amazing move.
So now he's splintering up again.
Here comes Vasily. He's
two
moving
French,
over again.
4 Ukrainians, I think. Oh. Here he goes again, just sauntering over. There you go, pal. Have that.
The French having an argument with themselves.
Look at that axe. Look at the way he's cracking that axe. Look at that. Right off the dome.
I think he needs just to trying to find a decent angle to get him to do some damage.
So now I'm counting 2 Frenchmen still standing.
Yeah.
And five Ukrainians still up.
5v2.
French still fighting in that bottom left-hand corner, 3-on-1.
Oh, surely. He's down, he's down.
And that's it.
That was someone falling from a nasty hit, but he
I tell you what a battle.
seems to be okay.
Chris, what a battle.
Ukraine win that.
What an effort from the Ukraine.
What a battle.
Outnumbered, well worth the journey for these guys. And they had a battle just getting here, and then when they get here, they're going to do even more fighting.
They got a lot of pent-up aggression from all their travel issues that they got to use up. They're getting it all out on the field.
Just a good bit of discipline there from the Ukrainians.
They're forming up to march off the field.
Brendan, let's listen to Caitlin. Caitlin, who's next?
USA and Australia, please report to the list.